Marry me, guys. I'm very excited here today because I'm going to be showing you a very strong, compelling love spell. This love spell is a mirror magic type of spell. It's super strong, super potent. All you need is both of your pictures and a few other things that I will be mentioning right now. If you have their DNA, the target's DNA, by all means, please use it. You can use both of your DNA, or if you cannot get a hold of that person's DNA, you can always create spirit powder. Lower the music. So as always, I've already began my first part of my conjuring. I've lit my incense, and I've been using this jar where I'm going to be putting my items. I've already blessed it into the jar. That y'all didn't see, what I did is I got my jar and I cleansed it with rose water, okay? I put it in the jar and I quickly switched it around and I left some of it in there. I then took some rose petals, dry rose petals in there as well, and I moved it around in there, okay? So it's like covered in there. I then took my Kama Sutra incense, this one right here, and remember, everything that I'm mentioning, I have it at the shop. So if you want any of this, you can get it at the shop, or you can hire me to do it for you. So I took my Kama Sutra incense and I smudged the inside of it and I closed it up. I had some DNA of the target and it's in there already. Now I'm going to use my cigar. This cigar is used to call on the mind, body, and spirit of the target, which I already started, but I'm going to show you guys how I do this. I'm not a cigar smoker or any kind of smoker. I used to be, but not anymore. So you want to have your target's information, and I will be facing the camera down in a minute. I just need to get this going because it is private for my clients, and I keep everything very private for all of my clients. So let me get this going. In order to call the mind, body, and spirit of a person using a cigar, you're going to need your target's picture. All right? And you're going to hold it in your hand, and I'm holding it privately. You take your cigar, and there's different ways people do it. This is how I do it. You turn it around into your mouth very carefully, and you call the mind, body, and spirit of this person looking right at them. Hopefully I won't have an asthma attack tonight. Here we go. So as you can see, I'm blowing here into the picture, and I'm calling, in pauses, I'm calling the mind, body, and spirit of this person here. This cigar technique right here can be used when you're trying to manipulate someone's mind. So even if you don't do the spell work here, you can definitely do the cigar and the picture, for sure. Now we're going to go ahead and write the names of the people. Now on my client's face, I drew the love sigil. Okay, guys, I will show you soon what I'm doing. I'm going to take these two mirrors, and these are the mirrors that we need. Okay, you can get these at Hobby Lobby or order them online, because I don't know how it is nowadays with what's going on. These mirrors here, they're little circular mirrors. What we're going to do now is going to face it on our target's face. Okay, I'm literally putting it on there, and I'm putting one on my client's face as well, and I'm going to switch them out. So first I'm going to face it at one picture and the other picture, and then I'm going to switch them out and face the mirror at the other picture, opposite ways, so that all they see is each other, so that no one else comes between them. Again, we switch it out. Now I'm going to place it down on the face, because now the mirrors are going to go opposite. But first I'm going to add and put some on their face, some love, extreme love domination oil on the target's face, and on the candle that I've already written the target's name and the client's name. Now I'm switching the mirrors over, and I'm going to go ahead and begin to put the faces of the pictures together, rolling them together. And now this is the nice part, okay? We're going to sandwich them together now. Now I'm going to have my husband come and help me face the camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing, because now privacy is like covered. You can actually record if you want to help me record it. I'm going to begin to bind. Is it on? Okay, dear. Keep it here on my hands so they can see what I'm doing. Keeping it tight and wrapping it together. And binding this love together. And I'm using a fuchsia. You can use pink or red. I like this color because it's a lot stronger and it represents like love and passion as well. This is an extremely powerful bind here, guys. Like, if you're going to make a bind with somebody, you have to make sure that this person is worth it, because you could be stuck with somebody that you don't really want. So be careful with that. We're going to place our mirror magic in there. You can see it's a very beautiful, beautiful spell. I'm going to be adding some Spanish witch's powder, which is the most gorgeous, and I created this here. Sprinkle it in there. You can also sprinkle it between pictures. Right here, I'm going to just sprinkle it in there. Okay? Get enough of it in there. I'm going to add some Libolia, because Libolia is an energizing type of herb. It's great for many spells. Just to give it a little more energy. Light this up. I'm going to take some of my Spanish witch's powder. Should have been smart and had a paper plate here, but I'm not. So I'm just going to roll it in my hands. If you do this beforehand, put it on a paper plate, and you can roll this on the paper plate because you have the oil on there already. I'm also going to take some of the lobelia leaves. I'm going to get some more oil because it's not that wet there. Tap it. Okay, so we're going to go to place it here. And we go ahead and light the bottom because I don't want it falling. You can also place it on the jar, but sometimes the jars tend to melt or whatever. I like the look it gives you in the jar. It looks really pretty when you do it there, but you have to watch it overnight. Please, guys, if you're going to do any kind of fire magic with using candles, please do it while you're awake. If you're going to do it at night, like I do my spells at night, stay awake for the whole journey. Now, next thing we're going to add to this, you can see the smoke coming up. We're going to add some bourbon. I mean some amaretto, not bourbon. I was thinking of bourbon out because of the cigar. But let's add some amaretto. So you can be drunk in love with the client. Okay? Next thing I'm going to add is my honey. This is my sweetening agent. You can add cinnamon, but the Spanish Witch's love powder has cinnamon in it. So, no need of using that. Let me open this up. Okay. Before I close it off, I'm going to turn my candle on. I'm sealing it now. And I'm using the fire energy and the fire magic to bring it over to my jar as well. I'm going to continue doing my conjuring, guys. If you need to contact me, please do so at my email. I never put a WhatsApp number, so there's people putting WhatsApp numbers. Don't follow those people unless you want to follow the wrong person. I always put my email address. It's midnightwitch, spelled midnight and then WICH, like a sandwich, 89 @gmail.com. Many blessings, guys.